Well, good evening, folks. My name's Tom Abbott, and I'm going to be your instructor for the next 8 weeks in SMG 401 Sport Economics. And I'd just like to take a few moments tonight to introduce myself and the course and to let you know a little bit about where we'll be going, what we'll be studying, and why I think it's important at the end of your sport management program to be taking this course, and how it sort of wraps up everything, and we try to think that it puts everything in a nice little package. Also, you see, I'm pretty casually dressed tonight. One of my roles at the university is as assistant tennis coach for both the men's and women's programs, and so I'm coming to you tonight from a condo bedroom in Orlando, Florida, at the Paradise Palms Resort, where we really get our men's season in earnest this week. We really get it going. We are going to have 5 matches in the next 5 days, and we open tomorrow evening at 6:30 against Ferris State University, a traditional power in Division II. So we're really looking forward to this season, and the reason I tell you that, I just want to illustrate a little bit about how big a role sport still plays in my life. I've been a competitive tennis player for over 50 years now. I played college soccer. I've been a coach. My interest in sport goes beyond the field, as you can see, and you will see. It goes into the whole workings of sport at just about every level, and not only in the ones that we're all familiar with, but many things that go on at a global level. And sport is an industry, sport is a business, sport is a big feature in society. So one of the things that we're going to be doing is kind of trying to put all the pieces together to let us have a chance of seeing how some of the factors that make what is a passion for most of us, why is it such a powerful business for others, and how are some forces that work in sport maybe a little different than they are in other businesses. For instance, one thing I like to tell people all along is that, when you review basic economic principles and we look at the science of the social science of economics, we always talk about a lot of the economic theory being based on the idea of rationality. What would a rational person do? When we talk about factors of supply and demand, and pricing, and economic development, and all these ideas. Yet we all know that in sport, rationality sometimes goes out the window, and our passions take over. So these are just some of the things that we really hope to bring to the fore, and to help us gain a more complete understanding of what the whole sport management and sport economic world is all about. We're going to try to do that through using our text and some very interesting materials I think we found that explain and concentrate on some of the economic concepts. We're going to try to be very topical, and we're going to go through a whole bunch of issues. And I have prepared what I think is a template for the course, put a lot of material in already. And, as the daily sports news unfolds and unwinds in front of us, some of it may change. So I expect it to be very topical. We've been able to do that with some great success in other editions of the course. And one thing I like to tell people is that when you've taken this course once, fine. If you were to come back and take it again, that'd be okay too, because it would probably be an entirely different course by then. The basic principles, the objectives, and the outcomes are going to be the same, but the material and the subjects that we use are probably going to change and be different, because the world of sport is ever changing, and there's always something new to talk about. There's always an issue that comes up. There's always something that we look at and say, gee, we never thought of that before, and it's going to be very interesting. Of course, we'll look at some of the major sports like professional football and baseball and basketball and world soccer, and this year we have the topic of the Olympic Games to cover. College sports provides us with all sorts of issues. The ever-present, it seems, Title IX will be discussed. So these are the kind of things we want to do, and what I'd like to make sure you do this week, take a few minutes to go through all the material in Unit 1, look it over, and in the two discussions we're going to do two very important things. One, the first one, introduce ourselves, helping us know each other and know our backgrounds and know what we've accomplished and what we hope to accomplish will help it be a better course. The second piece is the discussion where I ask you to bring up some issues. What do you see as some pressing issues in the world of sport, in the world of the business of sport? Because this will help us actually make the course better and build it as we go along. To know what we are interested in, to know what we don't know, to know what we want to know. These are important, and I think a really good way to do that is to build our discussions and our readings and our examinations around current topics and things that are fresh in everyone's mind and are very much sometimes even fun to work with. So I'm planning on having fun, and I do every time I teach this course. I find it to be very enjoyable, and I hope you will too. If you have any questions, refer to the course information section. All my contact information is in there, and I just really look forward to getting going, accomplishing some great things with you. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you further.